What's going on, guys? It's Griff for Horseman, and today I'm bringing you a long-awaited update to my hero deck. As you guys know, this is probably a bit late, but this is a deck that I've been trying to test and make sure it's like really, really good. So this is my current build. It's probably, I'm gonna be honest, it's probably going to change when Battles of Legend comes out, and we get Vision Hero Ferris and Increase. But until that happens, this current build, I still run regular heroes, but I also run a Destiny hero part, because Fusion Destiny is just stupid. So, yeah. So let's dive right into this. And before we do, don't forget to drop a like on the video, because it does help the channel immensely. Don't forget to write your thoughts or opinions down in the comment section below. I try and read them as often as I can. And if you haven't already, why don't you go ahead and subscribe. I try and put a video out every week, and we are so close to getting 40 subscribers. I want to see if we can hit that 40-45 mark by the end of the summer. So yeah, with all that being out of the way, let's just dive right in. So starting us off, we have 3 Vion. This card is still a necessity. It's a Armageddon Knight for your heroes. It searches out Poly. It's just an amazing card. When Ferris and Increase come out, you'll be able to summon this thing from the deck, which is dumb. But this card is a must. You need to run this card, in my opinion. You can run 2 if you want, but I think this is still a 3 of in this deck. It's that important. Next up, I run 3 Solid Soldier. So I know some people run this at 2 in hero builds I've seen, but I still like it at 3 because it gets 2 monsters on the field for Cross Crusader. It's just easy to summon monsters off of. You can summon Diane with Mass Change. And you can special summon monsters back from the grave if you use it for a Mass Change or the Poly. So really good card. You can search with E-Call, but I still want to see this as often as I can. So that's why I run the Solid Soldier at 3. Next up, 2 Shadow Mist. As always, you don't need 3. 3 is cloggy. 2 is perfect number. You can search it. You can summon with the hero lives. So yeah, you don't run Isolde in this build because I took out Isolde in the Eclipse because it just bricks. I don't like the fact that I just don't like the idea of having to run 5 bricks in the deck that literally are only there just for the Isolde play. It's a great play, and if you're running the Isolde build, that's perfectly fine. It's just, I think this build is just more versatile, I want to say. You don't get Dark Claw out first turn, like, 100% of the time like you typically do with the Isolde build, but you get it out, like, 90%. So you don't get it out as much, but you still get it out. It's still there. So, yeah. 2 Shadow Mist. Next up are the Elemental Heroes. 1 Strauss, because it's at 1. 1 Boltman. I still run Boltman. I know people don't run him anymore, but I still like him because he can go for the Absolute Zero play, and Absolute Zero is my favorite hero monster ever, so it's also just easily generic, so that's why I run him. And the 1 Honest Neos. I might bump this up to 2, I haven't decided. It's been working fine at 1, but I can see why some people like it 2. Let me know in the comments if you think if I should put this to 1 or 2. I'm running 1 now, but I might throw it up to 2. So yeah, that's all for the Elemental Heroes and Bion. So moving on to the Destiny engine, I run 2 Malicious. It's Maui. You dump it with Bion, it's amazing. You get a monster out, it's amazing. You can send Fusion Destiny, it's amazing. Great card overall. Next up, 2 Draw Hand. I like this guy at 2. I think 3 is a bit cloggy, but Draw Hand's good. You can special summon from the grave during the standby phase of the next turn that sends. You can, whenever it's summoned, you can have you and your opponent draw a card, which is really great. It's a dark. It's just an overall great card. I like this thing. It's easily become one of my favorite Destiny heroes. Next up for the 1-Os, 1 Celestial and 1 Disc Commander. I actually threw Disc Commander in recently. I don't know. It has its uses. It's not terrible. It's just, eh. But Celestial is basically the same purpose. I was running Dogma and Plasma for the Dragoon play, but I took that out because they brick a lot. So, at least with these two guys, you can summon them with Solid Soldier, which is great, and which unlike Dogma and Plasma, you can't do that. So, yeah, you run these two. You can run other Destiny heroes if you want. I know some people run Drill Dark. I personally don't really do that because one, I just don't think it's needed, and two, I actually only have like one Drill Dark, funny enough, so that's why main reason. But these two are great. You could try Diamond Dude if you want. I don't know if people still use that card in 2019, but hey. That's all for the monsters. Moving on to spells. 3 mass change. It's mass change. You run this card at 3 at all times. However, since you're not as guaranteed to get Shadow Mist from the deck, I do run 2 mass change 2. It's just another mass change. You can see it's another card where like you have more opportunities to pull out the Dark Claw or another masked hero. So that's why I run the 2. I might cut this down to 1 because 1 was working fine before, but I cut it back to 2 because I still want to see it. But I might cut it back to 1. I don't know. But yeah, with the Shadow Mist not being as guaranteed from the deck anymore, you do run. I do run this now. So, oops, that's all your mass changes. 3 E-Call. It's E-Call. It searches out all your elemental heroes. Nothing much to say. 3 Fusion Destiny, because this thing is busted. It's basically should all fusion on steroids. It's great. You can go for dominance. You can go for dominance to set up plays next turn. You can go for Dystopia if you're going into game. You can summon Dangerous because it's another target. You could summon Destiny and Dragoon, but like I said, I took that out. I might throw it back in later. I don't know. But this is an amazing card. You run 3 of this thing if you're running the Destiny heroes. It's just that good. 3 Call by Grave. Standard. It's Call by Grave. 2 Super Poly because I think this is one of the best cards to use for board breaking in today's format. I know like I'm a fan of Psalms and I do still run some Psalm cards in here, but I think Super Poly is just fantastic. You want to run this card in Heroes. So yeah, plus this actually ironically helps some of your regular hero fusions because if you're facing like, I don't know, Paleozoics, if for some reason someone's still using that, you can just send one of their Paleozoics to the graveyard, send one of your heroes to the grave, and you get absolute 0. Yeah, it allows you to go for get rid of Salamangreats, because Salamangreats can be a pain. It allows you to get rid of Orcust, Cyber Dragons. Well, not really Cyber Dragons, but you know what I'm saying. So it's a great card. This thing would probably be stupid at 3, but hey, it came to 2, so maybe it'll come to 3. Next up, Tool Lord Darkness. I actually don't run Destiny Draw. I was running it for a time, but I took it out because honestly, it bricked. It bricked a lot. Like, there were tons of times where I didn't have a Destiny hero in hand, and I just couldn't use it. It was just dead in my hand. Whereas Allure of Darkness, you can banish any of your Destiny heroes. You can banish Shadow Mist, and you can banish Vion, because I don't know why, but I tend to open up with a lot of Vions in my hand. So yeah, that's why I run the Allure of Darkness instead. I might take them out for the Destiny draws. I haven't decided, but I think this is just better. The only card it kind of sucks with is if you have Mali in your hand, because then you have to banish your Mali, and that's just gross. But overall, I think this is better than Destiny Draw, but it's subject to change. Next up for the 1-ofs. 1 Hero Lives, because it's a Hero Lives. I want this card to go back to 3 so badly. 1 Rhoda, because it's Rhoda. 1 Poly, because you can search it, and 1 Monster Reborn, because it's Monster Reborn. And the last 2 cards, which I believe are the 2 that bring it up to 42. 1 Warning, 1 Judgment. These are personal preference. You can take these out if you don't want them. You can have them in here. I have them in here because I like Warning and I like Judgment, so not much to say about that. That's it for the main deck. Moving on to extra. So I will say the extra deck is subject to a change. This isn't like a final extra deck, but this is what I have so far, and I might keep it. I might change it. 2 Darklaw, standard. This is your main card. It's one of your best plays. It shuts down decks hard, so that's why you run 2 Darklaw. You will always run 2 Darklaw. Your other 2 Mass Heroes, 1 Anki and 1 Deanne. I took out Acid because you don't really go into it a whole lot. You can side it, and it still has its uses, but I took it out. I actually threw Anki in now because he's another Mass Hero you can go for with the Destiny Heroes, and that's primarily the reason. Diane, because Diane has always been good in my opinion since Soldier came out. And she's just always been a good card. It's just we never had a target to summon her with. But now that we have Solid Soldier, she's a great card to have in the deck. I do have 2 regular hero poly targets. I have Absolute Zero because I love him, and 1 Trinity for going for game. I don't summon him as much as I used to, but he's still a good card. He still has his uses. He can just end games like by himself, which is fantastic. So he's personal preference, but I still like him. And then for the Destiny hero targets, for the Fusion Destiny, 1 Dominance, because he's kind of stupid, because he can just summon back all your Destiny heroes that you send for to summon him, and that'll just make plays. 1 Dystopia for going for game, and 1 Dangerous, because he's a super poly target, and a Fusion Destiny target if you don't really have anything else to go for. Honestly, his actual abilities aren't that great, but he is a super poly target, which is why you run him. And then your actual 2 super poly targets, 1 Starbane Venom and 1 Chimera, Diplexer Chimera. If you have Violet Chimera, definitely run this. This is my Salamangreat target. I just don't have a Violet Chimera, so that's why I run him instead. But he has his uses. He's not bad. 1 Xyz, 1 Exciton Knight. I still like this card. I'm gonna run him. He has actually come up in games, but he's personal preference. You can run him if you want. You don't have to run him. I still like him though. And then next, 2 Cross Crusader, which, oh my god, this is the hero Link monster that we needed. It's mainly for Destiny soldiers, but it's just so fantastic. It only requires 2 heroes. It allows you to summon a Destiny hero from your grave, which is fantastic. You can tribute a hero. You can tribute a hero monster he points to in order to search out hero from your deck. So that's great. He just opens up so many plays, and it's just great. Plus, he works with the Fusion Destiny, so yeah, you want to summon this guy. You definitely want to run 2 because I have someone like both in like a game. He's just that fantastic. You want to run him. And the last card, 1 Wonder Driver. In this build, he actually comes up more often than you think. He can actually get back your Fusion Destiny, which is kind of stupid, but and I believe he can get Super Poly back, but I'm not positive on that. I would have to check that. But yeah, he's a great card. He actually opens up more plays now, and he is a great piece for going into OTKs in this build. So yeah, he's actually way better now that Cross Crusader and Fusion Destiny are around. So that is the deck, guys. Overall, I really like this deck. I have yet to figure out if it's better than the old build with the Isolde, but I still like it. This build is probably, at least in my opinion, more fun to play because it's more versatile. It goes for OTKs more. It just builds bigger boards. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you guys think and any of your suggestions or opinions down in the comments, as I said before. And I will also say again, if you like it, go ahead and like the video because that helps the video tremendously, guys. And as always, if you want to go ahead and subscribe, that would be great. Let's see if we can get up to 45 subscribers, and I'll try and do something special, like maybe a round table with the Horsemen. So, as always, I'm Griff of the 4 Horsemen. I shall see you guys later. So take care.